Hey, welcome back. I'm making a vending machine anime shooter inspired by the anime. Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon. You play as a vending machine exploring a dungeon full of weird enemies. So if you're new here, that's the vibe. Let's get back to building. Today's episode is all about getting my frog boss to actually work. I started by creating the jump animation in Sprite. Then, I started simple. Drop the frog boss into the scene, hook up collisions, give it HP, hit play, and nothing. Whoa, there's the frog. I got the frog boss to jump around the map. Our goal is to get the boss to follow the player and shoot bullet projectiles. It looks pretty decent. Okay, so it disappears and turns invisible at times. Not very practical for a boss fight.
Hello there.
After fixing it, I tried adding a shadow under the frog. That completely broke the map. Instead of a small shadow, it turned into a huge black square that covered the whole level. Now we fight in the shade.
We had to save... What? Fight in the shade?
After some sorting layer and scaling tweaks, I finally got it back down to a normal square shadow under the boss. Small win, but at least you can see the game again. Next, I added floating damage numbers when the frog hits the player. Although I needed to tweak how the damage applied to the player works so that when the frog is on air, it won't deal damage. I cleaned it up by adding a proper damage check and a short cooldown. Now the numbers only pop up when you actually take damage and only once per hit, much cleaner. On top of that, I gave the frog boss a subtle hit flash, so every time you land a shot, it gives you that nice little visual, yep, that hurt feedback. Then I got to the main mechanic. The frog boss is supposed to lock onto the player and do these big, chunky jump attacks. On paper, it sounds easy. Follow the player, jump at them, land, repeat. In reality, the game gifted me a frog that just refused to jump. And then there was the version where the frog jumped once and just stayed there, frozen midair in its jump animation like someone hit pause on gravity. After cleaning that up, the boss finally feels like a real boss with jump patterns. Once the movement finally felt decent, I hooked up HP for the boss. First version, just a red health bar, and that part was actually working. It went down as the boss took damage. Then I tried to make it clearer by adding damage numbers on top, and broke it. The bar would shrink, but the numbers stubbornly stayed the same. After a bit of debugging, I got both talking to each other properly. Now the red bar goes down and the numbers update, so every hit feels clear and satisfying. Next, I plan to give the frog boss projectile bullets to shoot at the player. To give the player a fighting chance, I added a jetpack so the vending machine can actually dodge the frog's jumps and bullets. The first version was scuffed. I used the wrong sprite so it looked like the chocolate projectile is stuck to its back instead of a jetpack flame. Once I swapped that out and got the jetpack properly working, the fight instantly felt better, especially after I made the frog boss fire red projectiles every time it lands, and you can cleanly jump right over that wave of shots. So right now, the frog boss is finally starting to feel like a real boss. It actually shows up on screen, has a proper shadow, and a clean little hit flash when you tag it, jumps toward the player instead of floating off into space, has HP that reacts properly to every hit, and fires red projectiles every time it lands. On the other side, you've got a jetpack now, so you can thread between jumps and bullets instead of just tanking everything. It's still not the final version, but the core movement and dodge loop is there, and the fight finally feels like an actual boss battle instead of a collection of bugs. That's it for this devlog. If you want to see this vending machine roguelike slowly turn into a full game and watch whatever boss I break next, feel free to stick around and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.